raised 3 rounds of funding now. Tell us a little bit about the funding journey as well as the investor relations. How do you manage a board?
So again, it varies by what is the entrepreneur trying to do. So I always tell people, like, whatever I say, take it with a pinch of salt, but our decisions are a bit weird actually. So our first investor was Susquehanna. Nobody heard of them, but they're actually one of the best investors. The reason for that was, at that time, we were looking for a fund that did not have a short time frame. Most VCs or most Ps have an 8-year time frame. They call it like 4 years of invest and 4 years of harvest. And those VCs or Ps are owned by LPs. LPs could be high net worth individuals to Canadian teachers funds and so forth. So what happens is, let's say if somebody invests from that fund and they invested in their 4th year, you theoretically have 4 more years left. If they have invested in their 3rd year, you have theoretically. So I wanted an unlimited time frame from the first investor. So Susquehanna, our investor, they don't have LPs. It's actually like 3 or 4 extremely high net worth individuals who took their personal money and created this fund. So they're like, if you can grow 20%, we are in this forever. I'm like, I love that. We cannot go for 20% year over year, then I'm not interested, kind of stuff. So that's an easy first principles decisioning. We didn't think about the brand, that kind of stuff. We talked about the culture, reason by analogy, reason by first principles. And then the next 2 investors are similar. Iconic. What I like about Iconic is all these investors, Iconic itself, the fund is made up of like really high net worth individuals like Mark Zuckerberg, Reid Hoffman. So they're all investing in entrepreneurs who are transformational, generational category builders. And then the latest round was D1 and Tiger. They're more like what is called as crossover. They invest in private where they think there's a potential to go public. But my criteria was a single dimension. You need to be in this for the long term. If you have long-term stamina, then I'm good. I'm even like flexible on valuation if required. But anything that's short-term is not interesting. So that's how we designed the investors. It was less about the brand and it's more about their playbook.
Founders are building platforms which have a long gestation period. They really need investment partners who don't get into that 4+ floor, invest, harvest mindset, venture capital firms. This is a very good takeaway.